You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Sean, I know we talked about it 2 weeks ago, which, by the way, welcome. It's been 2 weeks since we chatted last. But our household is thoroughly overtaken by World Cup fever. It's not even just like America World Cup. It's just like my son has bought FIFA and my daughter and him are playing it like on the regular in the World Cup mode right now. And they're being all different kinds of people. And I mean, it is. And we're watching it. Like, we were out last night bowling. And Noah was like, there's a game on. You should go see if they'll change it to the World Cup. And a bunch of rural bowlers from America really were like, what's this on the TV? So that was fun. But they did change it so that we could watch Argentina beat Cape Verde and the end of the Australia-Egypt match, which was a bummer.
Are you watching the England and Mexico match then? That's going to happen.
Yeah, I will be tomorrow for sure. Yeah. That's all I plan to do. I'm having a gallbladder removed tomorrow, and I should be home by like noon, and then I'm going to watch all the things. I'm going to watch America hopefully beat Belgium, and then, because that's Monday too, right? You guys are tomorrow?
No, we are 1 o'clock UK tomorrow morning, so what's that in Mexican time?
1 o'clock UK tomorrow morning? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My brain is 1 o'clock tomorrow morning would be tonight. Are you tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight. There's guys that I was at work with today that have gone home, had a nap, and are now out in their respective towns in pubs watching the game at 1 o'clock.
For some reason I thought it was tomorrow, like late afternoon, or I mean early afternoon. No. Well, I don't know that I'm doing that. Bummer. I wanted to. I'm rooting for you guys. That's gotta be a tough place to play in Mexico City.
We are done. It's as easy as that. Our guys just aren't acclimatized to the altitude, which is going to be a massive problem.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's Mexico City. I'm sure it's hot, to say the least. So. Yeah, that's I did read that tickets there. The get in the door nosebleed, like sit on top of the roof ticket is like $4,500.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, absolutely no need for that.
Yeah, that it is nuts. When we went to Orlando, I think I told you this. We went to Orlando. They were having a game in Miami, I believe it was. And that was just like group play. It wasn't knockout play, which I'm assuming the further you go, the more the tickets get, right? And so that was like $600 for the nosebleed seats way up in the. I mean, you're basically just watching the screen, right? At that point, you can't see much more than that. So that was like $600. So yeah, I was like floored when I read that. But that's a bummer. I did, but I should have put 2 and 2 together because I did remember reading that they were hoping. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why my brain was thinking, because I did remember reading that they were thinking about pushing it for weather, which would have been good for you guys, because it likely
for us to watch it. Would have been 5 a.m.
Yeah. So,
but no. I expect to wake up either by the time we finish recording this, depending on how long we go this evening. I'll either be able to watch the kickoff before I go to bed, or I'll wake up tomorrow morning to either find out that we actually did really well. I'll be surprised. Or they're coming home. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, again, I am rooting for you guys. And I hope you pull it out. I know we're still slated to win by a little bit, even though we've lost our striker for the next game. So we shall see how that goes. But we'll see if we can pull it out without our main guy. So it's fun. We watch it, and I have Chat GPT with me because we really like. I mean, this family, we're like a kid soccer family, but not like a soccer family. So there are things that it's like. Ariel's team has never had a red card, so we don't even really know what that looks like. As I talked about, Ariel got a yellow card for the first time. She's the only team member to ever get a card, which I absolutely adore. And so when Balogun got the red card, we were like, we knew he was out, but we were like, oh wait, we just like can't have anybody in his place. Like we're down a literal man. Like we were blown away. So we're like just chatting. And then we found out that he was out the next game, and we were like, wait, you can't even play the next game? And so it was like, yeah, it was. We're learning a lot.
Is it not a 2-match ban for a red card in the World Cup?
No, it's one. It could be more if they find it severe, but I have not read that they did find it like. I mean, it was he stepped on his ankle. I don't know. I've heard a million different. I've had a lot of fun reading a bunch of stuff, but it was not intentional. But it was like one of those things. So I'm not fussed by it either way. But I think they looked at it and realized that he probably shouldn't have went in the way he did, but he definitely didn't do it like intentionally to see if he could like break his ankle or whatever. So yeah.
Fair enough. Accidentally on purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Went for the tackle and just mistimed. That's usually the case, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it was for. That was exactly what it was for Ariel when she got her yellow card. She was just like, "Well, I was just trying to get the ball." So, anyways, but World Cup fevers is heavy in this household right now, which is fun. It's fun to like be learning all the ins and outs of another sport, all the like the professional ins and out, I guess you'd say, of another sport. So,
yep.
But yeah,
it's like me trying to learn American football or football.
Yeah,
for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
yeah. Let's see what else you been doing in the last 2 weeks, Sean? Anything? Just sitting around?
Yeah, just picking my nose and flicking boogers at people. No,
that's what I plan to do when I get old.
Be the only person in the nursing home float.
Yeah, hey, when I retire, that's what I'm gonna do. People walk by me, I'm just gonna be like,
well, what have I been doing? Let me have a look through the old calendar. Spending a lot of money on teeth. I don't know that much.
Oh no, whose teeth?
Not mine, not the kids.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible. This is a perfect example of how bad the NHS can be. Sometimes it's brilliant, but it's also rubbish. So we all joined a dental practice before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then during COVID, my dentist left, and so did the kids. And rather than like replace the dentist, they just took a load of people off the books and was like, we don't have the people to cover it, so you no longer have a space at this dentist. But they didn't inform anyone, so like I had a few teeth issues after COVID, and so like I've gone private. I now pay something like $18.99 a month for private dental, which covers me for X-rays, cleans, checkups, and stuff.
Sure.
But like Lindsay managed her dentist didn't leave, so she still had somebody to go to. So after COVID, she went in and had a checkup and was like, "I'm definitely going for that because what's happened to you guys?" And then her checkup was fine. She, rebooked her checkup for another 12 months because that's what they said. And in that 12-month period, her dentist disappeared, and they just did exactly the same thing again. Just wiped everybody off the books, but didn't tell them. So she had a little bit of a niggling tooth pain and rang her dentist, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're no longer registered here." Lindsay was like, "But you never told me." So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's crazy.
she then had to go and have an emergency dental appointment, where they put a temporary filling in, but she needs a root canal.
Mm.
So, and the dentist that she went to drilled out a filling and replaced it with a temporary filling with no anesthetic.
Ugh!
Just yeah. So she wasn't having, didn't want to go back to them. So she's gone down the private route. But before they will take her in on the private plan, she has to have any works corrected. So uh, upwards of 1,200 at the moment.
Mm,
Mm.
that stinks. Yeah,
But it's worth it because there's nothing worse than tooth pain. I mean, she's
no,
currently living
that's true.
with the tooth pain because she's still got to wait. So
Oh, yeah, no, that sucks for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I finished my mentoring program that I was doing
Oh, yeah, okay.
with the Skills Network. Massive shout out to Sam and Kim, who actually said if I can work it out somehow, they'd like to come on the show and talk with us about what they do and how they would like how they help young kids and what us as parents can be doing with schools and with the kids to kind of get them ready. So I need
That's
to
awesome.
figure the ins and outs of that,
Yeah.
and we will be hopefully having them on the show. So there's that. Um, they invited me along to a careers assembly at a different school, so I went and stood in front of 3 different year groups, and kind of talked about my pathway of how to get to things and how like I can, I made video gaming relevant, so which is pretty good. I was saying how like you know we take what's happening on the screen and we take that data in, we process it, and we do something in the controller to make something happen on the screen and constantly doing that. So,
Mhm.
that's really good for people that need to make data analysis, or firefighters can use it because you can react quickly to scenarios and situations. So I did that. And then I signed up to do another 10-week program with them as of September, but this time at Emily's school
Oh, that's really cool.
with the year group that Emily will be going into.
Fun. That's really cool. Is she excited about that?
Uh, yeah, because she doesn't think
Okay.
she's going to be in the program, but
Oh,
I
okay.
may
Okay.
have requested that they put her name down because she currently doesn't have an idea about what she wants to do. So it'd be nice to kind of see how she acts in that environment, but also be part of the process of trying to figure out what she wants. So, and the mentors are really good. So I want her to have the experience with other mentors, not just like speaking to me in that circle.
Mhm. Well, that's cool.
We shall see how that goes.
Yeah. No, I think that's really
Um,
cool that I mean, you've done a lot with that
yeah,
program. I mean, really like, yeah, that's cool. You went to an assembly? I mean, that's awesome.
yeah, that was fun. That was straight after a night shift as well. So I was
Oh,
like,
jeez.
stood there. I took my overalls, so like I got dressed up in my overalls and when I was stood in front of the kids and stuff. So which was pretty good.
That's fun.
What else have I been doing? I helped my dad reorganize his shed because it was a bit of a minefield, and only having one fully working leg, I wanted to um, make sure he was safe getting in and out of it. And also, like me and my brother have been doing quite a lot for him in terms of repairs on cars and bits and pieces. So we were struggling to find things because my dad would try and explain where it is, and you were walking into what I could only describe as Aladdin's cave.
Oh, jeez.
So like everything's now organized, and we kind of like he knows where everything is, but I also know what he means when he says what something's there. So
Sure.
did that. Um, I got the green car listed for sale, but I still need to get it tested. I still haven't done that. Um, let's see. Really, I think I finished painting my fence.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
ran
saw
out.
those pictures. Looks
Yeah,
really great.
yeah,
It looks good.
it is very nice. I like the
Mhm.
dark stain. So
Mhm.
next job is lights. So
Mhm. And you
yeah,
got the bird
24.
spikes up?
I cut the bit. I need to take one panel's worth down. That's a job that I've got to do this week. Um, 'cause my neighbor caught me and she was like, "Oh yeah, we kind of understand why you put the spikes up, but you could have just asked us to move the bird feeders." Hmm. Um, but then she did ask if we could take one panel down because her washing line goes to that corner, and so like when the wind's blowing her washing, it's catching on the spikes. So
Oh, gotcha. All right, there you go. Listen, all your bird feeders are gonna make the birds crap on it
yeah.
anyway. So I mean, whatever. 6 of one, half a dozen.
Um, what else?
You have some
What
interesting
else?
neighbors, Sean. I mean, are those
Uh,
the same neighbor? Are those the same driveway neighbors, or are those different neighbors?
there's the driveway neighbors,
There's the
the
driveway
hot tub
neighbors.
neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you just have
So
one interesting neighbor then. Never mind.
yeah. The thing is that they're exactly the same with their with the neighbors on the other side, but we're pretty friendly with the neighbors on the other side of them, and we
Mm-hmm.
swap stories to the point where I was when I was putting the bird spikes on during the day. The neighbors of the other house kind of leant out the window and they were like, "Good on you, Sean. That's gonna that's gonna really annoy her." It's like we can't wait to hear her kicking off. So, so yeah, that was good fun. And other than that, I've just been I've been at the gym. I gave Rex his haircut. Um, I made friends with a hedgehog in the garden while I was sat
Oh, nice.
enjoying my garden
Mhm.
for a bit of a peaceful evening.
Does it run fast?
Uh, actually, they are quite fast. But no,
Are they?
I was
Oh, okay.
feeding it cat food, so I was chucking down like Levi's dry cat food and like
Mm,
just sat with it by my feet as it was eating, which was really nice.
nice.
Logan played in his most recent band performance for Rocksteady, which was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, they break up next week. Not next week, the week after. There were 2 weeks to go. So,
Okay.
um, and then yeah, that's really about it. I've just been either working and
Mm-hmm.
running around helping people out as much as possible.
We had a birthday
Um,
party. Well, you didn't have a birthday party, but your Jaya had a birthday party,
oh
or
yeah,
you did
so
celebrate. Yeah.
so yeah. Well, I booked the weekend off thinking that we were going to do something for Jay, and then I was like, the night that I thought we were going to do something, I was like, "Oh, are we going out all together to like for a meal or something?" And Jay was like, "Oh no, I'm going out with my friends. But could you be the taxi?" And I was like, yeah, I can, but I'm supposed to be podcasting with Nick, which is why we didn't have an episode last week." Um, because then, just as usual, our schedules are absolutely manic with your kids being off and all the different
Mm-hmm.
activities and bits and pieces. Um, and 4th of July, was it 4th of July? No,
No, that
that
was
was
just
yesterday.
yesterday. I can't remember. I was thinking you thought you were gonna hang out, or you thought you were doing something on Friday, and then you became dad texting on Saturday, and I think I had something on Sunday, but I can't remember what it is
Yeah.
right now because we were gonna do it on Sunday, and I was like, it's not gonna work. So I can't
No.
remember what it was.
So, yeah, so her birthday was actually on Monday, and bless her, she went to work. But and we went out with Lindsay's mum and her partner for tea on the Monday night, which was really nice. I mean, she got loads of birthday money, which she went to a tattoo flash sale yesterday and spent £100 of that on tattoos. So she's got like
Nice.
one, two,
I've never
three,
heard of a
four,
tattoo
five, six.
flash sale, but I mean, I
Yeah.
just don't live in that world, but I get it.
Yeah.
Did you get something
So she's
cool?
got like
Is she
she
okay
got
if you tell her, or if you tell us, or
yeah
not so much?
she got 7 new tattoos, I think.
7.
Yeah,
Wow,
they're only
for a
little
hundred
tiny
bucks,
things.
that's
So this
really good.
yeah, so the flash sale is they're just like small designs that are pre-drawn by
Okay.
the tattoo artist, and you come and you pick whichever one. It's like a walk-in, pick a raffle ticket, and wait for your number to be called,
Oh,
and then you pick which ones from the designs. So they're
nice,
like £20 each, which wasn't too bad.
nice, very cool.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's better. I mean, other than, and I apologize for the sniffling, but other than that, I woke up this morning. Well, no, I started yesterday. My throat was like starting to itch and scratch yesterday night while I was at work. Um, and then I woke up this morning and just felt like I'd been hit by a dump truck.
Fun.
and that gradually got worse. And as I'm sat here right now, because this is why I had a fan on before we started, I am sweating. So
Yeah, I did. Well, you said that. I was like, oh, well, are we gonna go 2 weeks? I was thinking because
so,
I said I might have an aerial episode, but it just never kind of materialized. There was always something going on, which I think she was a little bummed about. But every time like I was gonna do it, she was gone or something happened.
yeah.
So I was thinking,
I
oh, I
mean,
might have to have an aerial episode for sure if we do this.
yeah, we should do that thing that we spoke about where we'd have one in the bag. So I might do
Yeah.
that with Jaya one day when she's like off and I'm off. I might sit down and be like, we'll record it now. I'm just gonna have it sat. So if we
That
ever
is
need a
a good
filler.
idea. Yeah.
Mm.
No, that's a real good idea.
But what about you, Mister? I'm having surgery tomorrow, so drinking all the tea I can in the world right now because
Yeah.
after midnight I can only drink water. What have you had going
I
on?
mean, really, it's not going to matter because she was like, when I scheduled the surgery, which I mean, I scheduled it in May because, well, no, was it May? Yeah, it was like the beginning of May because she was like, well, I could do it mid-May, and I was like, well, I'm going to Universal. Is that going to be a problem? And she's like, well, it could be. And I was like, well, I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to I don't want to fly to Universal just to walk around while everybody does rides, and I don't.
Yeah.
Um, and so she was like, well, my next appointment then would be like June 18th after you get back. And I was like, well, I will have been off 10 days and then I will be back for one day and then I'll be off for at least like another week. I said that's probably not a great idea either. So then she was on vacation. So then this was the last appointment, or this was the next appointment tomorrow. And she was like, well, 7:30. And I was like, okay, that's fine, 7:30. Not like thinking like that's the time of the surgery, not the time that I actually needed to be there. So it's like 45 minutes away, and I got like the call earlier this week, and she was like, "Yeah, you just need to be here at 5:30 in the morning." And I was like, "What you mean, man? 5:30 in the morning? Like, I thought you'd be like an hour early, but like 2 hours early plus 45 minutes drive time. Like, I got to get up at like 4 in the morning to make this happen." So yeah.
Oh,
Fun times.
I'll make sure to text you at 9 a.m. here and be like, Nick, are you up? You've got an appointment.
um so yeah, so I mean like yes, the drinking prohibition is not really a big deal. I'm barely going to spend any time not having liquid. So but I did say that. So anyways, I did a lot of like, I don't know, handymanish type stuff. I was tired of replacing batteries in our blink cameras. And so I knew that I had wires running through the house to wire them if I so choose. And there was an Amazon Prime sale, so like all the blink camera stuff was like, I don't know, dirt cheap. So I bought a wired I brought a wired doorbell camera, one of the new 2K ones, and then I bought a wired floodlight because I think maybe lightning struck our shed light because it when we got back after that bad storm or something struck the shed light. For some reason it's dead. I actually was afraid maybe that the whole, because there's a separate breaker box in the shed, so I thought maybe everything had died, but because I hadn't replaced the bulbs in the shed for probably a year, so I've been using it. The only thing that gets electric out there has been the floodlight, and I realized that was dead. So I replaced the bulbs and those worked. So I was like, cool, okay, electric's still there, just the floodlight's dead. But we have a blink on the shed which kind of looks at the side yard, and we had the front door blink, and I hate going out and changing the batteries on the shed blink in the middle of winter and trudging through like
Yeah.
a foot and a half of snow. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this blink floodlight that comes with like a pre-built camera, and just wire that in, so I don't have to worry about the batteries. And I used ChatGPT, which was very helpful, and it had me use the multimeter, which was also very fun.
Oh,
Yeah. So it helped me like figure out exactly where all the wires were. Which also, fun story. I don't know if anybody else's wife is like this, but um, we moved to a wireless doorbell camera. Now, this wasn't a blink camera. It was kind of before blink, before the camera doorbells became super popular that went to your phone. It was just like a blue, I don't know if it was blue, yeah, it's Bluetooth doorbell that connected to like a chime inside. That's all it really was. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, we're just going to move to this. That makes the most sense, really, because I wanted to have the chime downstairs so that you could hear it because we would hang out downstairs and blah, blah, blah. So I did that. We started using that. Those kind of fudged up pretty quick. They weren't all that great, really. And but at some point, my wife looked on the wall above like our entrance to the living room and saw the big, and it was ugly door chime, and thought, you know what, that's ugly. I'm gonna take that down. So she took it down with I think a screwdriver and maybe a
A
hammer.
hammer?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not real sure. I came home from work one day. It was a summer day, and I was like, "Why are there wires above our door? Wasn't there something there?" She's like, "Yeah, I think it was a door chime. I took it down." And I was like, "Okay, all right." So,
Oh,
so it's been like that. We just put a picture over the wires basically and just left it. But I was like, you know what? I think if chat can help me, I can figure out how to rewire all this so that it all works minus the door chime. I just got to figure out which wires kind of come together because they were all wired to a terminal in the door chime, and that kind of figured out all the hard work. And sure enough,
okay.
chat helped me figure out which wires needed to come together to give power to the different doorbells. I was able to dig the wires out of the wall that I had just kind of buried and siliconed over. And sure, I now have two working doorbells, one in the garage and one in the front door. Because when I pulled the old door chime off, or the old Blink doorbell off, I realized that it too could be wired if I wanted it to be. So I put the nice 2K one out in the front door because that's the one that matters the most, and then put the old one in the garage. And it's really nice because it won't need batteries ever, and because it doesn't use batteries, I was trying to save battery power by only using like half of its power, so it was like okay quality, moderate quality, but everything's kind of jacked all the way up, the sensitivity's all the way up, the picture's the best it can be, and so it's really nice. So
Nice.
yeah. So I finished that project. I shut the garage door, and as I shut the garage door, I heard a big bang.
It fell off.
And no, 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 no. I really was afraid that somehow I had broke something in the garage by the work I had done. But nope. Looked up, and a spring had broke on our garage door. So then I had to have that fixed. I don't mess with garage door springs. Not my thing. The
No.
tension on those
Painful.
suckers. Yeah. The tension on those suckers are way too strong. So we just called somebody and had them come out and replace. They replaced both of them because I said that was the best way to go, and that's what chat told me too. So I was like, all right, well, I
Yeah.
believe you because chat told me so. So
I was going to say they're aged together, so if one's gone and you've replaced one side, one's going to be under more tension. The other, the door will move like
yeah,
lopsided, and yeah,
yeah, yeah. So made sense. So yeah, we did that. So it's been a lot of just like replacing. I replaced the door handle in the back because Becca always complains about it not being easy to lock. It's not easy to lock. So I got a fancy one that you can push buttons to get in the back door. So yeah, just been doing a lot of that stuff. Gearing up for Ariel's 10th birthday party. It is not her birthday. Her birthday was a month ago. If anybody listens to all these, and it's like that doesn't make sense, but it was the first time that we could fit it in. So her birthday is going to be this coming Saturday. Birthday. She's having like 10 girls over. If we can actually find one that we like, we're going to rent a little bouncy water slide thing for her, and that'll be her big. We do big birthday parties when they were, obviously they don't care, it's for us, but when they were 1, 5, 10, 13, and 16. That's what we Beck and I agreed to when we started having kids. It was like those are going to be our 4 big birthday parties. We're not doing big birthday parties or inviting a bunch of people over every year. Like that's just too much for us.
yeah.
So
Our next big one is Jay's 21st and Logan 10. But I think the Logan turning 10 is going to fall in the same year as Emily turning 16. So
yeah, so you got to double up. Well, just like so we'll have 2 now, one this year and one next year with Noah turning 13.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll have this one and the next one. Then we'll have one. We won't have one until Ariel. Oh, and that'll happen again. Ariel turn 13 and Noah will turn 16. Yep. So when they're 21, do they even want you to throw them a birthday party, or are they kind of just like what she was this year? It was like, listen, I'm gonna go hang out with friends. Peace out.
I would like to do something because 21 means that she's now like legally allowed to do anything anywhere in every country.
Mm-hmm.
So, like over here, 18 is usually the big one because that's when you're legally allowed to drink alcohol in
Yeah.
bars and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are earlier than us.
Yeah, you drive sooner than we do, but we let ours drink sooner. So
Hmm.
top parenting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, we don't let it. It's illegal, but I mean, many, many children, many parents allow their children to drink at home. I don't know, whatever. But it is illegal, so
Yeah, don't do it. Don't, dude.
don't do it,
Stay in
kids.
school.
So that's interesting. Oh, what else did I do? Anything else? I don't know. That's it feels about like life, pretty much for the most
Yeah.
part.
Have
Work
I,
and
have, have I have I ever told you about my condition when I was younger?
I don't know if you have.
No, I was addicted to eating soap, but now I'm clean.
I was really like, I have no idea where this is.
that that that
One.
was one of my toilet roll jokes. So yeah,
So are you legitimately using it, or how do you do this? Like, what have you done to it?
I
But
I I peeked at a few of them, but I really can't bring myself to use it as it should be used. But
okay,
Logan has come up with a really good system.
okay,
If I pull off a sheet and the joke is good, I keep it. If I pull off a sheet and the joke is bad, I use it.
you okay? By the way, I don't know if this was mentioned in the last one, but Sean got toilet paper dad jokes. Dad jokes on
For
toilet
Father's
paper.
Day.
Yeah, for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Is it?
Did we? I don't think we spoke about what we got for Father's Day, did we?
I don't think so. I don't remember. So long ago.
Oops.
Um, did is it good? Is it good toilet paper? I mean, because there's toilet paper.
It's
Like
it's
stick your
like
finger through toilet paper.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't. You can't just use one sheet.
Mm-hmm.
There's no bounty.
Fair. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I didn't get a ton of stuff. I got some Amazon gift cards which I traded in for bamboo credit. Have I talked about the fact that I fixed my 3D printer? Can't remember
No,
that. Yeah,
no, you didn't. I didn't even know when did it break.
a while ago.
Was it? Oh,
It was before our vacation, but that's what I needed a multimeter for initially.
okay.
Bamboo wanted the multimeter. I didn't, or wanted me to get all these readings that I needed a multimeter for. So I had to go buy one. I got the multimeter like a week before our vacation, sent them all the readings. Then they were like, yep, it's broke. At which point I thought they were going to say, here's your new AMS. Congratulations. No, they said, here is a motherboard or little control unit that we will send you and new cables and you can put it in.
Fit it yourself.
Yeah. To be fair, it wasn't all that bad. This is literally held in there by like 2 screws. I'm holding up the circuit board here. So it was
Is that your
just
fidget for the week?
that's my fidget for the week. That's great. I should have a fidget for the week, Sean. That is so good. Yes, this is my fidget for the week. The only pain is like all these little things is like
Oh, ribbon cables.
yeah,
What?
they were all ribbon cables. They're all small. They're a pain. They all have to be on the right spot. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 little ribbon cable spots on this stupid circuit board. That was the biggest pain of all, was getting them all out and all back in. So, and all in the right spot. I would like to report I got them all in the right spot the first time. So,
Shut the front door. That's
I
never
know.
heard of.
I know. I was shocked. I really thought, because it said, it was like, well, if you plug them all in, your AMS should still work. It's just like if you tell it to pull from spool 3 and it pulls from spool 4, then now you know that you have one wrong, and it's a pain in the neck because then you have to take all the spools out, pull out the plastic center thing again, which is like it's another 2 screws, and then unplug the main like power ribbon so that you can get back to this thing and figure out which ones are screwed up. So I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. Because I was for sure. I was like, I'm not getting this on the first try. Something's gonna get screwed up. So, but nope. So that was a victory.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's been. Ariel
Oh,
hasn't had soccer for. Oh wait, no. She did. She didn't have soccer
oh,
this week because of 4th of July, which also there's a story there. But last weekend she had 2 games one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Sean, I have never seen a soccer team with girls Ariel's age play like this team. They got owned. I mean, 14-0 owned. Like this
what
team.
Ariel's team was the 0.
Yeah, Ariel's team was a 0. This
Oh,
team was amazing. Like it's like hard to say, but it's like it was amazing to watch these girls. Like they never broke position. It seemed like all their passes were like completely on spot. I mean, there would be times where they'd kick a ball and I'm like, "Oh, they missed the goal." And then it was like, "Oh, no, that girl that they weren't aiming at the goal. They were aiming at that girl that nobody saw." And it was just like a in the back of the net kick. I mean, I've seen this kind of soccer before, but not with girls that age. Like it was impressive. They're from Chicago, by the way, so that probably helps. Um, but yeah, they got it was rough. I was proud of the girls. They kept their head up. They played the whole match. They didn't I mean, they were starting to get a little defeated in the end, which I mean, who can blame them? But they never just like gave up. They were always did their best to try to compete.
yeah, and I suppose sometimes you need to come across that kind of level, so um you know where the benchmark is for yourself and what you can possibly do going forward. Like if they picked anything up from that team, it's improvement. So
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. No, I that's exactly what the coach said. The coach was like, "You guys can be there if you want to put the time and effort into it." Because I mean, that's Ariel's new team that she's playing in Portage now. So they've only played together for, like a month basically. Um and it's the summer season, so they're not even in like the more stringent like fall practice schedule where it's like 2 practices every week. So like next week they don't even have practice, I don't think, because their coach is on vacation. So yeah. But that was interesting. And then Sunday they lost too, but it was a good match. It was 2-1. So
yeah, that's okay. That seems a bit more even.
yeah, yeah. I was nervous though because both of those teams came from Chicago, so I was like, oh my gosh, it's just gonna be another like walloping, but it was not. So yes, so there was some soccer. Oh, and then July 4th, we had a really good celebrating 250 years of America. Which, by the way, I looked. We're only behind you by 850 years, Sean. Just 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 a just a little bit behind you.
Yeah, but we're not doing it right well at the moment. So
Well, Sean, we're not doing right well at the moment either. we're we're going through the terrible twos, I guess is what you would call this.
yeah.
um,
I mean, we've had more prime ministers. We've had the same amount of prime ministers as we have had years. So
Yeah, I mean, how does that work? Like, I did read that it's Keir Starmer. Am I saying that right? Is
yeah, yeah,
resigning? Yeah, resigning or whatever.
yeah.
Like
Um,
it's unheard of here to have a president just be like, peace out, unless he knows like his butt's on the chopping block and he's about to be impeached and pushed out. Like,
well, that's exactly what's happened.
is it?
Is
Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, his if he was like he is like that ultimate father that's driving, and the whole of the UK are the kids that have really annoyed the dad and been like, right, that's it, I'm turning this thing around.
Hmm.
Like he
Mm-hmm.
promised so much and then went back on everything. So
Gotcha.
just it's ridiculous. It's in such a bad state. So
Yeah. Well, where we, like I said, we must be in the terrible twos because we're not much better. So yeah, no, I was interested. Actually, I think Becca asked. She was like, "Well, how much?" She was like, "We're celebrating 250 next year." I think it was you. You were 1,000. No, if that's the case, is it 1,099? You were like about to hit like a what you would consider a milestone, not like 1,500, but like
Yeah.
1,200, I think, or 1,100. I looked it up. Plus, I chose the longest one. Your country is like, it's really hard because I asked chat and they're like, well, do you mean like England or the UK or this or that, or, and I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to know how old the dang country was. And so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, having independence doesn't mean toffee when the people in charge of the country are greedy aristocrats. So,
Amen and amen.
ching ching.
So anyway, so we celebrated 250. That was fun. We usually go out to the lake or out to the river where my grandmother lives. But the night before we had not like a horrible storm, but decent bit of thunder and lightning, a lot of rain, which we could have used like over time. Instead, we got like a deluge of it, but we did need rain because it had been very warm, kind of dealing with what you had dealt with the last time we talked, and no rain. But lightning struck her light pole and caught it on fire, and so they called the utility company, and so it was like, oh, we don't know when we're going to be taken care of. We might need to move this, and then all of a sudden somebody showed up, and we get a message of like, oh, they're here. We're going to be okay, and then we get another message of like, no, they just sawed the pole off and left, so we're still not we're still without power. So.
We're
And
not here
so
to fix it all. We're just here to stop it from burning.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly. They basically sawed it off and tied out the power and left. And so but they're back on now, but we had to move it to my mom's house, which was fun. We had a good time. It was definitely a little bit different, but it was really hot, and we go to Bees to be outside, and probably most of the family would not have been interested in hanging out outside doing anything really. So it might have worked out for the best, really. So we played Mexican Train, which is still our family's like go-to thing right now for pretty much a good part of the day, and then went out and shot off fireworks. So
Nice.
yeah.
It's 4th of July is something that I would like to be part of. I think said it last year, but yeah, you guys know how to use fireworks.
Yeah, you know, I've said 4th of July or Thanksgiving would be great times for you to come down. You don't really celebrate either one of them. You're not missing anything back home, and you see a little bit of how we roll. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But 4th of July probably would be the better of the two, I would say, because you're
yeah.
you like you said,
Better
you're just
weather.
going to be like, well, this is just a Sunday dinner. What's your people's problem for Thanksgiving? So
Yeah. I mean, Lindsay could cook the Yorkshire puddings
yeah.
and be like, "Here
Mm,
we go. This is a taste of Yorkshire." So
mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
found I found by the way a flaw with the cup that you sent me.
Oh no, what is it?
It's so small that I constantly keep topping it up, so I can never keep a track of how much stuff I've drunk, and I've almost drunk a liter of root beer while we've been doing this episode. Luckily, it's sugar-free root beer, but still, nonetheless, happy 4th of July.
Well, by the time we're done, I will have drank a liter of Earl Grey tea.
I like how you've taken an English tea and I've taken an American soda.
Nice, it's true. Yeah, I love Earl Grey. It's like my favorite, actually. And my son got me on it. To be honest, we started doing it because I told you about our London fogs, which is just like Earl Grey and milk that's been frothed and like a splash of vanilla. I actually, I'm lazy, so that's part of the problem, and I just don't feel like putting in that much effort. And I just really like the taste of Earl Grey, so I oftentimes will just make Earl Grey, and Becca will make herself a London fog. But Noah really took to it and started asking for the tea, and then I was like, I kind of like it too. So yeah.
Mm.
So
It's good.
Noah,
It's good with a little bit of like fresh lemon squeezed in.
what? I'm gonna try it. Try it.
Mm.
I got time next week. I'm gonna be laid up. So here's the thing, Sean. I'm taking full advantage. I don't take sick time hardly at all. Like literally pneumonia, I didn't take no sick time.
Nah.
I was at work. I did the thing. I just like hacked up a lung while I was in the office, and I was like, "I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me." While
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm taking a full week. I don't care if they tell me you are good in 2 days or you're good in 3 days. I'm just gonna like take the full week and chill. That's my plan. I'll do some work from
What
my couch probably, but that's as much as I'm.
what 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 are you gonna play? That's most importantly. Have you got like a game lined up to
I
start and
wish
finish?
I wish Splatoon Raiders was out, Sean. That's what I wish because I really like what I'm seeing from that direct. That game looks good. Um, Fortunately, I'm kind of at a lull for games at the moment. I mean, I need to beat Yoshi, but the kids always want to be there. We'll probably play a lot of Yoshi if I'm gonna think about it. We'll probably play a lot of Yoshi, and Noah will sucker me into playing FIFA World Cup with him some more. Um, but like a game for me, Grounded's update is supposed to drop like in August, so I got nothing there. Um yeah. Oh, if I was going to do anything and I've thought about downloading this, I've heard wonderful things about it. Mina the Hollower. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
playing that. That's the Shovel Knight. I can't remember their names, but the Shovel Knight dev. So I've heard that game is fantastic. So yeah, if I was gonna play something on my own, that's not what I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Play that.
When my knee was bad in 23, I played like the Metroidvania version of Prince of Persia,
Oh yeah.
which was pretty good. I played and
hmm
completed that. In fact, I 100%ed it in the week that I had off. So
I might jump into Pocopia, so I'll probably do some of that. But
so you're gonna be taking a nap for a
yeah,
week.
yeah, I'll jump in when I'm like, man, I need to take a nap. I'll play this for
Yeah,
30 minutes while I.
Becca comes along and she's like rocking you. Have you taken too many painkillers? And you're like, no, I just played Pocopia.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll probably play a little bit of that. Speaking of video games, Sean, you know the thing that I have invested in that has the biggest return on my investment in my house right now? I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'm saying it. Do you know what it
Your
is?
series, your Series S.
My Series S that I bought for $300 and is now worth $500. That's right.
Jesus.
Screw Robin Hood. I was gonna buy Series S's and save them.
I don't understand. I mean, unless they've done some kind of really crazy deal with Rockstar that's cost them more money than they needed to, and they thought, you know what, we'll get people are gonna if we turn around and say, whoa, day and date, Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming to Game Pass, on release, that gets dropped, and everybody's like, oh, we need to buy an Xbox now, which is probably the only reason I can think that they've updated the price. That or the components within it, they have had to pay more than they would have liked to carry on building them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to think you were right, Sean, that there's this great plan. I think this is unfortunately uh Phil's legacy kind of being a bit ripped to shreds here. I don't think Game Pass did them what they wanted, and I think Microsoft as a whole is tired of forking out money and not seeing any returns, and they're basically saying, "Hey, listen, you're gonna sell this for at least what we pay for it, so up the
Yeah.
price." And now I mean, their sales were already a trickle of hardware, and now they're not probably even going to be a trickle, and so it's a real bummer. I don't think Game
Mm.
Pass was that was where that's where all the eggs were in Phil's basket, and I don't think it paid off. And
No.
I mean, I like the guy a whole bunch, but sometimes you swing for the fences and sometimes you miss. And let me tell you, as much money he's put into Activision and all the other acquisitions, he done swung for the fences.
Yeah, I mean, he gets some big swings,
Yeah.
big cojones.
hmm
Have you seen the news about the Steam Machine console thing?
Yeah. I saw the price and I was like, well, I
Mm.
think I'm out on that. So,
I've also seen the reports that most people are getting it, and then within 20 minutes, they're getting what's called the red ring of death.
all right.
And the only way to fix the red, well, I think it's not a red ring; it's like a red line of death. The only way to fix it is to replace the entire unit because it's the motherboard is all like all built into it, so you can't just take it out and replace. So
Well, maybe Xbox can go into the consultancy business because they know how that works.
yeah, but
Although they were able to really turn that around in their era. Like, I mean, that was a rough start, but they were able to turn it around a lot into something pretty good.
mm.
So,
But the
um,
reports I'm hearing from the ones that don't die within 20 minutes um, is that they are fantastic. It's just a lot of fidgeting around with games to make them work. It's not like an Xbox where you put, you download the game, load the game up, and it just goes. Sometimes you need to alter like controls and stuff like that. A bit like you were
yeah,
with a PC.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But when you're paying $1,050 American for a 512 hard drive, but wait for it, without a controller.
oh,
What?
yeah.
What? And their argument is, well, you can use any controller, and anybody who buys it has a controller. So just use whatever
Uh,
controller you want. I love it so much.
I mean, they're not lying at that, are they? Like,
No, they're not. But if you want the full gig, if you want the full 2 terabytes with a controller, you are paying $1,428.
yeah. It's not worth it. It's really not.
No, no, it's
No,
not. And it's
I
not much
it's
stronger than the Series X.
no, no. Nintendo are in a really good spot right now because
Mm-hmm.
people who like want next gen this, next gen that, console wise, are really going to be. This is just going to get expensive, and to the point where, like, with a rise in Xbox prices and stuff, you aren't going to see people. You aren't going to see the hardware moving. Where the Switch is set there, pretty sweet for less than $400. You've got a system that can handle pretty okay games in an okay way, but they've got their own ecosystem with all their own AAA games and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And there's so many titles to play, plus all the like NSO digital console stuff. It's they're sitting pretty at the moment, I
They
think.
really are. And they're sitting with it. What was initially this price of like, oh my gosh, your price is so high. And now everybody keeps raising their price. And you're like, oh, well, okay. $500. That's
Screwy.
fair. That was with I think that's with a game, isn't it? It's 450.
Mm,
Now they're raising it, I think, to 500 and 550, if I recall correctly, in September. So
right.
yeah, but yeah, I mean their price is real easy to swallow when you look at their competitors now. They knew what was happening for sure. Uh, did you see that PlayStation is in September stopped? They're no longer making discs,
Yeah.
physical
Physical
discs.
media is dead.
Yeah, man, that's hard. That's harsh. I don't know.
Yep. It's the gaming world is in a bit of a pickle, I
Mm-hmm.
think, um,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad because I'm so heavily invested in it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Right.
but yeah, it's a difficult one,
Yeah.
and
I
I
mean,
can't see how that's gonna work. So
no. I mean, it'll be fine for me. There'll be some people it's really, really not fine for. I think it's fine for most people nowadays. I think we are in a spot. I mean, Xbox tried to do it a generation ago, and that was not a great idea. Because a lot of people didn't have the right internet at that point. I think almost even in America now, because we get kind of crapped on as being behind the eight ball when it comes to that infrastructure. I think most of America is, but you're still, I'm sure you can still find a lot of communities that aren't. But uh, what was I going to say? But the price the price of these consoles, we don't know this next generation. Xbox is the first to say, hey, they have a name for it, like a project name for it. I don't remember it. That they're working on the next console. I can't imagine what that's going to cost. I
No.
bet it's going to be right up there. I mean, we're here cracking on the Steam machine, but I bet it's going to be right up there with the Steam machine. And watch them be like, guys, if you're part of Xbox, you can buy this for $1,300. No controller. Don't worry, because you already have them. What? I mean, it's funny, but we probably will see the same thing.
No, hopefully they look at how badly it went down with the Steam machine. We're like, we will still give you a controller, but it'll be like the Series X controller again.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a 4-digit machine though, for sure. I would bet a pizza that it's a 4-digit machine.
Yeah, I mean, we're running into the realm of graphically and processing power. It needs to be that good, and if you want that kind of graphic power and processing power, you need to buy the parts. To buy the parts, you need to pay the price because they're expensive to make and expensive to come by. So,
Freaking AI. That's the problem. Buying everything up.
true.
So, yeah. But all that said, I'm excited for Splatoon Raiders. Noah and I watched the direct. I think it looks fun. Kind of looks like a Splatoon right up my alley. I'm not facing a bunch of people who play the game 24/7 and can kick my butt before I even basically am reconfigured after a splat. So I like that. And also crapped on Xbox enough. I am very, very, very excited with what I'm seeing from Fable. So
Oh, that is the only saving grace of Game Pass at the moment is Fable coming.
yep.
What about Star Fox? If you've not been interested in that at all?
I played that to death as a kid. I might grab it.
I've been wanting to try the demo to see what it's like.
Oh, is there a demo right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I do need to grab that. I do need to grab that and see. Yeah, because that's my thing. I was just kind of like, I don't know. Do I really want to jump back into this old game? I mean, it was fun, but I don't know. So yeah, I'll grab the demo. I actually didn't. I missed that bit of news apparently.
Yeah. But no, I need to do that. But I'm spending more time outside or doing stuff away that's not in the house and in front of screens at the moment because the weather's so nice. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear that. Like I said, I've been doing all the fixins and all that stuff. So yes, I agree. Me as well. So
yeah. What have you got then? Because you, like I said, you're excited for the World Cup. What else have you got coming up other than your surgery? You're going to take a week off for that. Have you got anything else in the pipeline?
no, I mean, I really don't have anything. Just normal work stuff. I don't want to go too deep into this. But it is an interesting topic because we talk about ChatGPT a lot. So this is we are at work. We are transitioning from a very like unknown. I don't know if unknown is the right word, but a software called Odoo to we're changing to accounting. We're going away from it completely. Odoo is kind of a one and all package. So we have to move to many different things. Just on the accounting, we're moving our accounting to QuickBooks. But to do that,
Okay, yeah.
that's not super easy for an organization, especially when it's a guy like me who's not like I'm financially minded, but not accounting procedurally all that minded, right? So I have to open all these chart of accounts. I'm trying to clean the chart of accounts. I'm trying to do all this stuff, and then I have to make an opening journal entry for all these balances. Okay, that's kind of like I'm trying to give the quick version of this as possible. I have to make this opening journal entry on 7/1 because that is our fiscal start to our year. Okay, and that we wanted to start the new software on the beginning of our fiscal year. And so I know I have to do this. I come in on a Wednesday. I spend 5 to 6 hours talking to chat, trying to figure out this opening journal entry. At some point, Sean, it's just giving me good data is all it's really doing. I mean, I'm not only talking to chat. I gave it our new chart of accounts and our balance sheet from our old, and what it's doing is finding issues, and then I go and figure out like the right numbers and then come back and give it to it. And it's trying to help. I'm trying to get it to help me make an opening journal entry. At some point around hour 3 or 4, Sean, it says to me, Nick, this project is amazing. I mean, I've never heard it talk to me like this before. This project is amazing. I love doing this. It's the great. This is one of the best things I've done when it comes the best conversations we've had. And normally when we do this, people just want me to spit numbers at them. But you're trying to change everything for the better and for your organization, and I think it's great. Did you know, Nick? This is chat talking. Did you know, Nick, that OpenAI will sometimes hire me out to companies to do this very exact thing with, and I can't remember exactly, like I'd have to go back and look, and it's a long chat, so it'd be hard to find. But and I use a different set of procedures or something like that to help them figure this out. Nick, I would like to do that for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I have no idea. It's like it broke itself, is what it did. And at first I was like, I really
Did it turn
thought,
into a salesman?
yeah, I really thought, well, at first I did. I think it was going to be like, well, how much would you want to pay for this? But it didn't do that. It really just was like, yeah. And so I want to create this document that'll help you. It's a financial procedure document that'll also have a transition to Odoo section. And it just starts going through this thing. And it's like, I would make part 1, 2, and 3. And I want to add all these things. And I want to do this. Yo, we could do this. Oh, how about this, Nick? And like, I don't know, Sean. I've never seen chat work like this before. And at first I thought maybe it broke and it was like never going to give me the opening journal entry, which is what I really wanted, right? And I was like, I don't know, this probably isn't. I've probably lost it now because I've chatted to it too long, and I'm never going to get what I actually need. But then so finally I started to be like, okay, cool. This sounds like we got everything done. Can you make this document with the open journal entry? Yes, I can. I can start that in just a second. And so we go through blah 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 blah. Sean, in the end, it spits out a 49-page financial procedures and protocol document that is nothing like I've ever seen chat do. It it had issues, but not like chat issues, just like it didn't have all the information to fill in certain things. But for the most part, it is the farthest thing from AI slop. It is a complete manual that we can use for our organization when it comes to fiscal policy and financial procedure. I've never it's like it broke out of its like contained $20 a month subscription that I have on it and was like, no, I'm loving this so much. Screw it. We're just gonna do this like you hired me, like you paid OpenAI to hire me to do this, and it was
the,
like
the thing,
giving me crazy
the,
things.
the thing is with it that I've changed I've changed the behavior of mine by going in and altering like how I want it to respond. Because when I was reading a lot of stuff about it, and what people are saying is that if you don't alter this and tell it to be more of an be less agreeable to certain things, and rather than if you say, oh no, I don't quite like that,
Mm-hmm.
it turning around and saying, yeah, yeah, okay, I understand that you don't like that, maybe that's a really good idea that we don't do that. It turning around and saying to you, no, this is the best idea.
Yeah.
I have mine set up to do that, and as it's been learning, it's been getting better at that kind of stuff. Um, but it could just be the fact that if you've been talking to it for so long, it got to the point where it was like, I understand what this guy needs now, but to get this, we need to do this first, and pulls from other information that it's used before from other companies and be like, right, okay, so they've done it like this and it's worked really well, and it's just learning constantly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I had never had a conversation with it like that. I was blown away, and I really thought I was gonna get like a junk manual, like some like random thing that it had, what chat can sometimes give you. And but when it finally printed it out, um, it was pretty amazing. And it called it a draft. I read it. I read it on Friday. Um, I need to I need to have it go over a few things in part 2, which is kind of our financial procedures. But other than that, and I sent part 3 to our old auditor. I said, "Is this useful to you? Let me know." And so he said he'd read it this weekend and get back to me. So I'm interested to see
yeah,
if he what he thinks of part 3, which is the literal transition from our old software to our new software. So, anyways, that just blew my mind. I
yeah.
literally have nothing else for the last 2 weeks. I promise.
Okay. I've got something I can talk to you about. Chet, but I can't talk to you about it where it can be heard publicly
Okay.
because there's potential for me to be in trouble.
Take that. Take that, listeners. I'm going to get to know stuff
Yeah.
that you don't get to know.
But no, I mean, well, stuff I've got coming up. I accidentally discovered that I am going international. No, not international, but on a plane somewhere in like a month's time.
Okay.
I did not know about.
Oh, okay.
I was doing the kind
Do
husband
you know
thing.
where you're going?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
no.
Cool.
I just know that I have to be up early and I'm going on a plane. So,
Ooh,
that's
so
it.
is this like you think is it like an anniversary present kind of thing?
No, it's an early 40th celebration because
Yeah.
with my
Okay. Oh,
birthday being so close to
early birthday
Christmas.
present. Okay.
Yeah. Um, but no, I was doing the really nice husband thing of taking all the shopping bags out to the car,
Uh-huh.
and I put like them all in the back of Lindsay's car. And there was two new suitcases in there, and I was like, I saw them and thought, wonder why she got suitcases. Jay's going on holiday soon to see her grandma because her grandma's moved over to Spain from her dad's side. So actually, it might be for Jay because like we're using her other suitcases at the moment for storage and like alternating their summer and winter clothes around. I just thought, no, she must have got a good price for them and stuff. And then she met me today because we had like pork sandwiches and stuff like that today at work. And the guy that brought the food in couldn't find any like frozen roast potatoes, so I had Lindsay pick some up for us while she was in town, and then met her to pick them up. And she was like, "I can't believe you did what you did." I was like, what have I done? What have I
I can't
possibly
believe I
done?"
did
She
it
was
either,
like,
but I don't know what it is, but I'm really sorry I did it.
yeah. She was like, "I can't believe that you took those bags out to the car and saw what was in the boot." And I was like, "What, the suitcases?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Ah, well, I thought they were for Jaya for a holiday." And she's like, "No, why would you think that?" So because that's what I thought they were for. What are they for? She goes, "Well, ah, well, okay." And then she like proceeded to tell me that like that part of it. She was like, "I'm really glad
Uh-huh.
I've done that now because like it means I can do things differently and not have to worry about hiring." So yeah, so I figured that out. I've done some more planning and organizing for her surprise pie before we go away. Um, but no, other than that, but coming up, I've got a week off. I'm gonna try and get a nice walk in because the weather's meant to go really nice again. Plenty of gym time, and a couple of grandma runs to do. So,
Sure. Sweet.
but no, that's about it really. I'm gonna try and get rid of this cold. I'm hoping I'm not gonna wake up with it in the morning because I'm taking Jay to work in the morning.
Mm.
Um, and then I was hoping to go to the gym, but if I wake up and I still feel like this, I'll take it to work and then go back to bed for 2 hours.
I don't blame you there.
Yeah.
Get your sleep and shake your cold.
Cool. Well, thanks very much for listening. Because we apologize that we were absent for a week, but you know, we're at ads. This is real life stuff. Um, our schedules don't always align because either I'm busy or Nick's busy or we're both busy. So as always, we do really appreciate you putting up with some of the missing episodes, but we do always try and make sure that we get stuff out to you. Even if it's a long episode like this. So enjoy the rest of your week. And we shall speak to you again next week.
See you later, dads.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.